In a kingdom far beyond the rivers where Ada and Obi once lived, a queen sat upon a stool of ivory. Her name was Queen Amaka, and though her palace was filled with riches, music, and loyal servants, her heart was heavy with sorrow. For many years she had ruled beside her husband, King Chidi, but no child had ever come from her womb. The women of the palace whispered behind her back, and the elders muttered that a throne without an heir was a calabash with a crack. Queen Amaka prayed at every shrine. She poured palm wine at the feet of the gods, offered kola nuts and white fowl, but still her womb remained empty. In time, her prayers turned into tears, and her tears into silence. The king, though patient, grew restless. He needed a child to carry his name, and though he never raised his voice at Amaka, his eyes betrayed his disappointment. One evening, as the queen sat alone in her chamber, an old maidservant approached her. "My queen," the maid whispered, "there is one who can help, an old woman who lives at the edge of the forest. They say she has lived for 200 years and knows the secrets even the gods keep hidden. Desperation has no pride." That very night, Queen Amaka disguised herself in a wrapper of plain cloth and slipped out of the palace with only 2 guards. They journeyed to the edge of the forest where a hut stood, crooked and smoky, smelling of herbs and time itself. The woman who greeted them was bent like a bow, her skin creased like dry leather, her eyes bright as coals in the dark. She was called Nana. Nana looked at the queen for a long time before speaking. "I know why you are here, child. You seek a womb that will open, a cry that will fill your palace." Her voice was like the rustle of dry leaves. "But what you ask carries a price." "I will pay anything," Queen Amaka said quickly. "Gold, land, jewels." Nana shook her head. "I do not ask for your riches. What I give you is a secret that even the gods frown upon. You will bear a child, yes, but listen well, for this path is heavy with danger." The queen knelt, desperate for hope. Nana placed a withered hand upon her head. "The only way for your womb to open is to house a spirit that has lived before, a soul with memory, with history. But hear me well. If this child should ever meet someone from his past lives, his mother, his father, his lover, his friend, his memory will awaken. He will turn from you and follow the one he remembers. If that happens, you will lose him forever." Queen Amaka trembled, but her desire was stronger than her fear. "I will guard him. I will protect him. Only give me this child." Nana's eyes glittered. "So be it." That very night, the queen dreamed of water and fire, of 2 figures reaching for each other across a river. When she awoke, her body felt light, and within moons, her womb quickened. The palace rejoiced. Drums echoed for days, and the king's heart was full. At last, an heir was coming. When the child was born, the queen wept with joy. He was a boy, strong and bright-eyed, with laughter that filled the halls. They named him Chima, meaning God knows. He grew quickly, walking before his first year, speaking before his second. The people praised him, saying he was touched by the spirits. The queen guarded him fiercely, never letting him wander beyond her sight. But no wall is high enough to block the call of destiny. As Chima grew, the world whispered to him. At night he dreamed of rivers he had never seen, of a maiden's laughter, of a hunter's bow. He woke with tears he could not explain. His mother soothed him, singing lullabies, never suspecting that the memories of past lives stirred beneath his skin. One market day, when Okorie was 20 years old, among the traders and drummers he froze. A young maiden was walking by, carrying yams in a basket. Her name was Ada, reborn again, her spirit bright and alive. Their eyes met, and in that instant, the world shifted. Chima felt something break open in his chest, something older than his years. Ada too felt it, a surge of recognition, as though she had known this boy for centuries. "Have I seen you before?" Chima whispered, though he knew they had never met in this life. Ada smiled faintly, unsettled by the strange pull in her heart. "I don't know," she said, "but it feels like I have." From that day, Chima sought her out in secret. They spoke of dreams, of rivers, of battles and weddings they could not explain. And slowly, the seal that Nana had warned about began to crack. The boy's past lives returned in flashes. He remembered being Obi, Chima, Uche, Oma. He remembered loving Ada again and again, and losing her each time. When the queen discovered her son slipping away to meet the maiden, fear seized her heart. She confronted him in her chamber, her voice shaking. "Chima, my son, you must not see that girl again." "Why, mother?" he demanded. "She is part of me. I know her. I have always known her." "You do not understand," the queen pleaded. "If you follow her, you will leave me. You will be lost to me forever." Chima's young face grew old with memory. "Perhaps I was never truly yours," he said quietly. "Perhaps I belonged to her all along." The queen wept, clutching at him, but her grip was like sand slipping through fingers. As Okorie's glowing eyes met Ada's, the world around them faded like smoke before the wind. The queen's cries echoed through the courtyard, but the spirits had already claimed what belonged to them. The drums of the festival fell silent, and time seemed to pause. Hand in hand, Okorie and Ada stepped away from the mortal world, into a place beyond mountains and rivers, where no curse or god could follow. The air shimmered like dawn over still waters, and in that eternal land, they built a home of light and peace. There, their laughter became the music of the stars, and their love finally found rest. Some say when the moon is full and the wind whispers through the palms, you can still hear their voices, two souls who defied death and destiny to live forever as one. And so ends the tale of two lovers, finally free of the curse of separation. Queen Amaka searched for years, her heart broken. She cursed Nana, she cursed the gods, she cursed herself. But no curse could bring back what had been destined from the start. The child had been borrowed, not given, and so the palace stood silent, its wealth unable to fill the emptiness left behind. The queen grew old without another heir, her story whispered as a warning to all who sought to twist fate. The moral lingered on the tongues of the elders. Love that is true cannot be hidden, cannot be chained, cannot be bought. And those who try to bend destiny for their own desire must be ready to pay the price. For Ada and Obi, the circle of lives had found its end. Whether they walked the earth again or rested together in the land of the spirits, none could say. But their tale remained. A love too powerful for even the gods to contain, and a lesson too sharp for mortals to ignore. Restless Souls. A story that teaches that love, though tested by time and pain, is stronger than fate itself.